What's going on, everybody? This is Darryl LaBarrie from LaBWork, SUVtv. I'm here in Decatur, Georgia, my hometown where I grew up, to interview Eugene Brown III, who in my opinion is the best sleeper shooter in the entire country. He's 6'5", silky smooth, father is a coach, has a high IQ, terrific kid, already taking college classes. I mean, what else could you ask for? He's unbelievable. We're gonna do a little bit of work in the film room today, talk about some of his footage from this summer. We're gonna do a little bit of stuff on court with him. We're gonna do 90 feet in the lab. It's gonna be a great day. I hope you're excited because I'm ready to go. What's going on, man?
How you doing, Coach?
How you doing today?
Good, and you?
All right, you excited to get in the lab?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do a little film work. We're gonna get on the court. We're gonna do 90 feet in the lab. I'm looking forward to it. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, so the first clip we got here is a transition clip with a great pass and a skip to the corner for three. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, this game right here was an interesting game. I hear that you guys had some issues and y'all got to the game late.
Yeah, our bus driver thought we played a different tournament or something like that. And we're just sitting there waiting in the bus driver. The bus driver finally gets there. We know he don't have time. We're on the bus, like throwing on clothes, putting our shoes on, lacing everything up. So when we get off the bus, we all sprint, run full speed to the gym, drop our bags, and warm up for, I think, like 2 minutes or something.
And they had to play, so it's like an AAU game.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys played well and won and beat a very, very good Norcross team. So is that something that you guys might want to do in the future?
No, I don't think we'll ever do that again.
All right, so let's talk about this play right here. So you get the skip to the corner in transition. Now, conventional wisdom tells you to run the offense, maybe look down low, maybe attack the closeout. But this is what you do. You're a shooter. So what are you thinking as the ball's in the air on the way to you?
As the ball's in the air, I'm thinking shoot. This game I was very hot. I think this is my 6th three that I hit that game.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm really in the groove. So as soon as I seen it coming, I looked down. He was already in the paint. I said, I'm shooting.
Now, a lot of people think that three-point shooting is, your follow-through form. I personally believe that it's shot prep, footwork, having hands ready. Is that something you think about? Is that something that's drilled into you? What are you thinking, again, as the ball's in the air on the way to you?
As the ball's in the air, I'm making sure my hand is on top of the ball.
Okay.
I get my ball to my pocket.
Okay.
And from that point, it's really just second nature to the rest of the shot.
Like you said, it's the repetitions. You got plenty of shots up in the gym. Okay. So this game here is against Darryl at home. Darryl's another team that I believe they won state this year, didn't they, in their classification?
Yeah.
So another good team with some good wings. What are you thinking about in this game?
This game, Darryl, I've known most of those guys since 8th grade.
Okay.
So every time we play them, it's a good competition, a friendly competition, really. So we all just try to go out there and play our best. So it's always a competitive game. I like it.
And this is another similar situation. It's a trail three. Ball looks like it was skipped ahead in transition, then they hit you for the trail three. What are you thinking on this one?
All throughout high school, really. I used to get yelled at for not taking enough shots.
Okay.
So now, at this time, when the ball comes to me and nobody's really around, I'm automatically thinking shoot it.
Yeah, you're a senior now. No time to leave anything on the floor. So every shot is important, as you well know. This is probably one of my favorite ones, and it's because you were on the move. And a lot of your threes, I think you're transitioning to this phase of your game where you're shooting better off the move. You're not as much of a standstill, catch and shoot guy. You used the down screen right here. You kept moving because looks like the guy didn't see you right away. Kept moving. Defender died and tried to contest it hard and won three. So give me a little bit about what you're thinking about on this play right here.
This play is basically designed for whoever's coming around to come around and shoot.
Okay.
So there's really no second guessing it. I took a little peek back to see if he was trailing me too close. He wasn't. So once I came off, I knew I was going to shoot it. I knew he was going to close out that hard and eventually hit me, but the shot went in. So.
Now this is your matchup right here with BJ Boston, who's another highly ranked wing, guy you play AAU with as well. Is this circled on your schedule when you see a wing that's supposed to be highly ranked and some people might think it's a little bit better than you? Yeah, you get an opportunity to play against them?
It's definitely something that I look forward to a lot because I don't really worry about rankings too much, but when somebody's ranked higher than you, it definitely makes you want to go out and play your best and go at them really just to make sure the matchups are right.
Who got the best in this game?
I think BJ had 27 and I had 25. So
okay.
Who
got the win though?
Yeah, we got the win. So
okay.
We eventually won overall.
Got to be something said for the win, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what college coaches and what NBA coaches think are the best types of threes to take? And when I say that, I mean in what kind of situations are typically the best threes to take? Have you ever even had that conversation with anyone?
No, I haven't. But I think the best threes to take are when the man is closing out late.
Okay.
Like, he's kind of caught slipping.
Okay.
So therefore, the three is going to catch him off guard. He may be trying to sit back. They're really caught off guard, so they don't know what you're going to do.
Okay.
So I feel like those are the best threes to take.
All right, well, I got a couple clips of situations where, as you'll see, when you get up to the next level, that guys talk about are situations where you should look to take threes. This first one right here is against Darryl right here, and it's what we call an inside-out three. So an inside-out three is whether a guard drives into the paint and kicks the ball out, he sucks the defense in and kicks it out to you for three. Or if the ball goes into the post, like in this situation right here, he goes into his post move and your man, you know, his natural inclination is going to be to help as he goes to help, and he kicks it out to you, and you got your feet set. This is what you know. This is going to be money. So as you get into college, and this is what makes you valuable. So if you got a good post player, they want guys that can space the court and can make jump shots. So as you can see in this situation, so does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Next situation is one that we've already seen a couple different times, but in this one you took a dribble. So before the defense sets up, you know, obviously you're a big time shooter. Anytime you have your feet set and the defense hasn't closed out and ran you off the 3-point line and you're in transition, that's another good look. I think this is one that you're already pretty comfortable with, shooting the ball early in transition. So again, this is where your value comes as you move on to different level, and why colleges all over the country want your services. The last one, off of an offensive rebound. This is one thing that I hate to reference other colleges, especially colleges I played against, but Duke, one of their big things is when they get an offensive rebound, their shooters sprint to the 3-point line, because what happens is on an offensive rebound there's a scramble. So you know your man usually tried to get a defensive rebound. He didn't get it. Ball swings back around. It's hard for them to locate you and find you. So as a shooter, you should always know anytime your team gets an offensive rebound, if you sprint to the open spot or sprint to an open area and give him a passing lane, that's a great chance to get an open three. Now these next two are just for our pure enjoyment. You're shooting from really deep. So explain to me, you know, when you got to the point where you felt comfortable shooting from deep range, and is this something you work on? And you know, is this something that coach wants you to shoot in the game?
10th grade year is when I really started working on threes from a little bit behind the arc.
Okay.
I practiced it a lot, made 5 in a row, each spot, deeper, and keep going back every week, really, just to test my range, really. Okay. So now those threes, they're not even considered deep to me anymore, unless I'm, you know, like at an obvious range. But, these are just normal threes for me.
So this is something you work on a daily basis?
Yeah.
And you got to make 5 in a row.
Make 5 in a row
before you move to the next spot.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So this is something good for, you know, our viewers at home who are aspiring shooters to understand that, you know, obviously you have a God-given ability to shoot the ball, but it's also something that you put the time and effort in to prepare so that when those moments come in the game, you're ready for them.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best thing that you do defensively, and then also what do you think you need to get better at defensively?
My best thing would probably be off the ball, seeing different situations, knowing when to come take a charge, knowing when to come to block a shot, talking on defense, and I'll probably say the thing I need to work on is the passing lanes.
Okay.
I don't really do those too much.
Okay.
I kind of just sit back and use my own ball defense. But
and with your length, obviously getting in the passing lanes, you can create easy offense for your teammates, or just kind of shrink the floor for the opposing offense. That could be something you look at. This is one of my favorite plays right here. Kind of go through this play for us.
As he preaches, we always close out with our shooting hand high.
Okay.
That's why I close out with my left hand. He's a right hand shooter, so I have my left hand out.
Yeah.
He brought the ball kind of like down, up before his jump shot. So when I had my hand out, I saw it, I reached for it. I got the ball out of his hands. I'm pushing up the court. I don't really see nobody running with me, and that's my favorite move right there is a snatch back. So when I snatched and I created enough space, I just pulled it.
You didn't give us the threes right there. What happened, man?
I don't know.
You were locked in. Y'all straight off the bus this game.
Yeah, I was definitely locked in.
So talk to us about that. It looks like you came over from help side defense, ready to draw the charge as you talked about earlier. Guy made a good decision and kicked it down, and I loved your reaction for the shot block.
I think, who was that? Monte gets the ball.
Yep.
Our player's kind of scrambling, so he has an open driving lane. So I step over to help him, ready to take a charge. He dishes it down to my man, so I just come over to recover, and I end up getting the snatch block.
Hey, you took the ball from him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Big time play right there. Colin, one more clip in transition right here with Monte, who's, again, one of the higher ranked players in the state. I think he was thinking dunk it right here. and it looks like you had another idea.
Yeah. So I do this a lot when players are going up to lay the ball up or anything. I'll jump before them and I'll jump towards their backside.
Yeah.
Because most players, when they go to lay the ball up and somebody's with them, they're not just going to go straight towards the basket. They're going to bring it back a little bit.
Nice.
So I jumped before him and I went straight to his back arm because I knew he was going to try to cock it back to dunk it. And he just put it right there for me, so I took it.
Nice. Now, the one bad thing about having these instincts is, have you ever been caught and got dunked on in one of these situations?
No.
Okay. All right. I like that. And I like the way you said no, like it's not going to happen too. Your game is evolving. So, you know, I guess the first thing people think is that you're a shooter. And I want to make sure you understand that's not a negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
The way the game is going and the way the game is growing, being a shooter with length is at its highest value. So never lose sight of what you do well and what your strength is. But what I'm noticing is that you're improving your game and starting to add other aspects to your game. I think you're adding the mid-range game to it. You're starting to shoot a little bit better off the move, in the paint, putting the ball on the floor. So I just want to talk about, is that something that you made a conscious effort at this year or starting last year to improve your game?
Yeah, when I was talking to college coaches, they said I need to improve my ball handling. So
Okay.
I got with my trainer. We started working on it religiously.
Okay.
I think 2 to 3 times a week. Ball handling, shots in the mid-range, shots off the dribble, different types of moving shots, all that stuff. So
Okay.
it's just something I've been working on for a while.
Why do you think college coaches said that's something you need to work on? I'm interested to see what your thought process was when you heard that.
I was thinking when you go to college, you can't just be a one-trick pony. You got to be able to do it all because then people just start face guarding you. You're really out of the game at that point. So
Exactly.
I said I got to be able to do something else, so I started working on it.
Exactly. When you're a shooter with length, what guys are going to start doing is what they call closing out short. So they're going to close out, or closing out long rather. They're going to close out all the way into your airspace and force you to put the ball on the floor and do something different because they know that your three-point shooting is a weapon. So that's why your shot fake will become your most valuable weapon. You get guys raised up off the ground, get around them, and then also, just making general dribble moves and then get to your areas with your length. Anytime you get anywhere from 15 feet in, that's basically a layup for you. So if you can just have, enough creativity to get to those different spots, I just think that makes you that much more deadly. So can you talk a little bit about this little mid-range here in transition?
This is my second shot of the game.
Okay.
When James passed it to me, BJ went for the reach and he didn't quite get it, so he was already caught behind me a little bit. So I just took that extra time to take a dribble in and get my mid-range shot off. There was no point in going to the basket with a 6'8" athletic kid there, so I thought I'd stop and pop.
Exactly. Great decision. Here's another one in the Darryl game, and again, I just think this shows the evolution of your game. It's kind of like a reverse zipper cut going towards the rim. You caught the ball without even putting the ball on the floor. As you can see, the defender stepped up, just turned a quick mid-range shot. It reminds me, I don't even know if you know who this guy is, but Richard Hamilton. He went to UConn, 6'7", 6'8". Actually a thin frame, kind of built like you, to be honest. Elite scorer though, and made a living off of these type of shots. Got in the NBA, played in the NBA 12, 13, 14 years, won multiple championships with the Pistons. He mastered the art of running full speed, catching the ball with great footwork, turning and shooting wherever he was. And he didn't shoot a ton of threes. He actually shot more mid-range shots even than he shot layups. That might be a guy that you want to, with all the technology you guys have, just go back and look in the archives at Richard Rip Hamilton. He's an excellent player, and just kind of describe this cut and this shot right here for yourself.
I'm pretty sure this was in transition too.
Okay.
So I caught my man slipping out, cut right in front of him. I'm already thinking I'm gonna shoot it when I know he's way behind me.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting the big man to come over and help as hard as he did, but I was already in the air and jumping and passing is not very good combination. So I just put it up.
It's not. So is this the kind of shot that you're getting more comfortable with?
Yeah, it's a mid-range. Fading, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, I worked on those shots before.
Nice.
And I just made it with the contest, really.
Talk to us a little bit about this. Now, I didn't even expect this, to be honest. I'm watching you on film. I know you're athletic. I know you're long, but I didn't know you were catching drop-offs to vert dunks. Talk to me a little bit about this.
Let me see. I don't know what we're playing, really. What play we're running, really. But
it looks like they might have been playing a zone and somebody penetrated and kicked it to you.
Yeah, as he started driving, my man he forgot I was there, basically. So I just cut back door. He found me on a good look. And right here, I wanted him to jump with me, but he didn't jump, so I just took it up and finished it.
Okay. All right. So how many of these did you have this season in this kind of situation, or was this your only one?
2-foot dunks, I think that might be the only one. I get a lot of fast break transition in one leg, but 2-foot like this, like one step, just going up and dunking, I didn't have too many of those.
Okay. What pros and cons are you looking at when you're talking about recruitment?
Pros and cons, I'm looking at player development. Can I trust the coaches?
Nice.
Playing time. Cons, I try to keep, like you said, proximity to a minimum. I try not to think about that too much.
Okay.
I would like to stay home because I'm a homebody, but I don't think about that at all really. When I'm thinking about going to college and getting to the next level.
Okay.
So I try not to let that limit myself.
Okay. So, I briefly touched on it, but a lot of people get caught up in the name across the jersey. It seems like you're looking at factors that are going to help you as you're your own company moving forward, whether that's playing time obviously is huge, player development, and then coaching staff. So, why is that more important than playing in a big conference? Because I think that's one of the biggest issues that we're going on, especially in the state of Georgia. Guys want to go to the biggest school that's recruiting them versus a situation that makes the most sense for them.
I feel like going to a big school it's not beneficial to most people.
Okay.
Big schools are usually for the top of the chart guys. I mean, not saying that people under the chart can't go there, but
Exactly.
It's just really built for them with the playing time and all that stuff. So I'm looking to go to a school that wants me, not to look and recruit over me just for the wins or anything. That wants me to help them grow and become a great basketball program.
And that could benefit you the most.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, so we're going 90 feet in the lab. Rapid fire questions. Just give me your first answer that pops into the top of your head.
All right.
Popeyes or Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Chick-fil-A.
Have you had the Popeyes?
No.
You can't answer the question. Who's in your iPod right now? Who you listen to?
Lil Baby, Da Baby, Young Boy.
Game winning 3 or a game winning steal?
Game winning 3.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Video games or go to the movies?
Video games.
AAU or high school basketball?
High school basketball.
Who's the best person that you played against? You killing them like
BJ.
that? BJ who? Boston? Okay. You a mama's boy or hanging with pops?
Hanging with Pops.
When's the last time that your dad beat you in basketball?
Like 5 years ago.
Who's the best team in the state of Georgia?
Southwest.
Southwest Dekalb.
Yeah.
There we go. 90 feet in the lab. So in this drill, we're going to work with Eugene on going both directions. We're going to have him running around the three-point line so he can get comfortable with his footwork in each direction. So when he's running to his right, it's going to be left-right footwork. When he's running to his left, it's going to be right-left footwork. But it's continuous so that he gets multiple reps going both directions so he can get comfortable. Now, when you're doing this, make sure that you're, along with the footwork, I want to make sure that that you always square your body up. So the footwork is pre-shot prep to make sure that your body is square, your feet are square, shoulders are square prior to every single shot. So you want to have that same rhythm, that same flow, and have everything moving together as one when you're going both directions. So that's why you need to make sure that you get reps going each way every single day, because you don't know with whatever a particular play call or a particular situation, which direction you're going to be running in. You want to also make sure that you're not skipping. You want to be running and be in full stride so that you get used to running at a nice pace, and then really throwing that footwork out as the ball is coming in your direction. So now we're going to go over an action that's very common in college and in the NBA, and they call it floppy action. Floppy action means that you have a stagger screen on one side and you have a single screen on the other side, and it's your choice to go whatever direction depending on how the defender is guarding you. But in that scenario, in that situation, you're going to have to still have your proper pre-shot routine or proper pre-shot footwork that we just worked on when we went elbow to elbow. So I want you to start head under the rim, and I want you to make a decision based upon how you think the defender's guarding you, on which side makes the most sense to come off of, whichever direction you want to come. So if that means you want to go to your right, that means you want to set your defender up and take a couple steps to your left and then sprint off to your right side. If you think that you want to go to your left, then that means you want to get into your defender going towards your right and then come off to your left side. You never want to just go in one direction without any type of change of pace, any type of change of direction, because as you get up to higher levels, the defender is going to be good enough, and his team defense will be good enough that if you don't have any type of setup, you won't get open. So we're just going to have you start head under the rim.
and we'll have you go into the right first. And we're gonna have you go elbow to elbow on each side, stopping with your head on the rim each side, and then we'll have you coming off of a wing, a straight cut to the three-point line. And then the last thing we'll have you do is we'll have you come off as if you're coming off the stagger screen, plant your inside foot, and then fade to the corner, just so that we can work on the actions, all three actions on both sides of the court with the proper footwork, proper technique. As you can see, his footwork, he looks a little bit more comfortable going both directions here because we've talked about it, but it's very natural for him to come off to his right side. When he comes off to his left, I still think he has to think about it, but that's something that he'll improve on and progress on. And he's an excellent shooter with size and length, so his college coaches and as he moves forward will definitely put an emphasis on this. Always got to finish on the make. I want to leave the gym with good feelings, good emotions.
On the court, in the lab with Eugene Brown. Had a great day with him. He's one of the best young men I've ever been around, a terrific player. Looking forward to bright things in the future from him. I want to make sure I give both of you guys an official LaBWork shirt. I got one for Eugene. It's official with the SWD on the back. Wow. And we got one for Coach, SWD on the back. Appreciate everything you guys have done, man. It's been great knowing you guys. Looking forward to following him in the future.
This is Eugene Brown II.
This is Eugene Brown III.
And you're watching LaBWork.